From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Tennessee Titans. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On first down, Tannehill. And his first pass is incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. That's going to be taken in by Felton. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Throwing again is Tannehill. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. Again, Tannehill. That one caught by Felton. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's got a man. It's Berkshire, the tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. To throw is Tannehill. Touchdown! That's caught. Demetric Felton with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. On first down, Wilson. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. At the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. On 2nd and 9. Wilson. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. For Zach Wilson, you have to figure if you're going to be drafted number 2 overall, you better have a big arm, and he does not disappoint there.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession. And
that one covering an even 63 yards in the air. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I would play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Tannehill's throw taken in by Diggs. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Pushes him aside at the 10. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this time they were ready for it as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Dontrell Hilliard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and we are tied here in the second quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to... this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A real real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They give it to Peterson. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puck. Here's Carter. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. Peterson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now their defense came through to the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. Right back to Brown. This time he's got it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26.
A.J. Brown is starting to get a well-deserved reputation as one of the top flight receivers in the NFL. Went over 1,000 yards in his first 2 years. Makes another strong catch there.
A gain of 6 there on first.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Tannehill now to throw. Flush to his right. Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julio Jones. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
21, Jets 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Peterson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
I thought the Jets had a really impressive draft in 2021. They took quarterback Zach Wilson at 2. Got line help with Elijah Vera Tucker after they traded with Minnesota at 14. And then went and grabbed this man, Elijah Moore from Ole Miss, with the 2nd pick of round 2. Plenty of targets to go around, a fairly thin receiving core now. And Elijah Moore is so explosive.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. And that's a nice throw right there, and I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. It's brought in by Harris. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's Peterson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Play action. Now Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Tough when they're first drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Tannehill on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Hall.
And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
I'll tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They go play action now. Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Moore. And he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Wilson.
He'll get that one to Carter complete.
And some room to maneuver. And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The fullback comes through with a big play there.
Well, not many teams use the fullback in the passing game. Heck, not many teams use a fullback anymore in the NFL. And even with those that do, you don't typically see a lot of big plays when the ball is thrown to him. In this case, it exceeded expectations.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? Flushed out right. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Demetrius Harris, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Third quarter, all tied up. This is second and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And Jones has it over the middle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They snap it to Tannehill. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. John Franklin Myers. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Throwing on second and long. Tannehill. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run on first down. Hilliard, space to run past the 20. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Dontrell Hilliard with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Bullet good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. Now Wilson on first down.
Open man is Denzel Mims.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 30. So first and 10 now from the 30. They go play action with Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Peterson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. On second and goal, Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. Demetrius Harris with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try and grab that lead back. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Play action. It's Tannehill. Incomplete.
Well, we all know possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. That's going to be taken in by Felton. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he will have a Titans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Tannehill. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
This will be caught by Brown. Oh, no, he lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. And this will be incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He'll get this to Coleman. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson eluding the pressure right. Pass complete to Harris. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Here's Wilson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
On first down, Peterson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run again with Peterson. Powers through him. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. Throwing now is Wilson. Flush to his right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Now Tannehill. He gets this complete to Diggs. And he'll have another first down as he gets out of bounds as well to stop the clock.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And unable to connect. It's incomplete. And the clock stopped at 8 seconds. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Tannehill to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off near the 26. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game. They'll run on first down. It's Peterson, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So it's a victory for the New York Jets, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Jets, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.